Today we are going to heaven. Please welcome Amatsuka Uto, independent angel VTuber, who has now surpassed over 500,000 YouTube subscribers. With Uto saying, "I was able to reach my goal of 500,000 people this year. Thank you for supporting us so far. Please continue to stay with me." And that's not all, with this angel now also celebrating her second 1 million viewed video, as her king cover has now surpassed 1.1 million views, and with her cover of Angel with a Shotgun soon to hit 1.3 million views, with Uto continuing to release new covers, including this version of Indoor K Nara Trackmaker, as sung alongside her character illustrator Nabi, who is also not just the character illustrator for Hololive English's Amelia Watson, but herself now also being an up-and-coming VTuber, with Dios at Hiroaki Arai being responsible for the mix of this cover, Snow Rabbit creating the music video, and artist A20 at Atwomaru creating this illustration of the two for the video. As Nabi has now not only just given us a full 3D reference sheet for Uto, but has also now provided an entirely brand new outfit alongside live 2D modeler Takeshita Fungi, as Uto showed off not just the cat ears accessory, but her brand new assault rifle as well, as fully shown off here by Nabi in both armed and unarmed variants, with artist Lily is Asleep at Kukinyan giving us this hashtag Nyamatsuka, as well as wishing Nabi a happy birthday with this artwork too. And this angel is nothing but appreciative, as she is seen here sending a red super chat, aka an akasupa, to all of her fans and saying, "I love you," and also thanking her character illustrator and modeler, saying, "Uto is boing boing. I can start beating my chest today. Mama, Papa, always thank you." A very important and tactical addition on the battlefield. Uto also got in on this legs on desk action, with the legs illustration coming by way of fan artist Dayu. How very angelic. And now very quickly we turn over to Hololive member Yazora Mel, whose mousepad with incredible wrist support is unfortunately no longer on sale. But Mel did post something to their weekly schedule that caught our eye, that being the entry on June 19th, bringing us now over to Amelia Watson of Hololive English, whose June 19th entry clarified that at 3 a.m. Pacific and 6 a.m. Eastern, there will be an Ame Mel Mama Mario party, that being with Mel, her character illustrator of Ayamai, as well as Watson and her character illustrator of Nabi, who retweeted both of these weekly schedules. And speaking of mamas, we now also very quickly turn to Gawr Gura, who today confirmed that the June 17th collab will indeed be with Nacho Neko, Gura's character illustrator, aka Nacho Mama. Yes, we certainly have plenty of mother-loving fun to come. Next up, we now check in with PRISM Project, the brand new VTuber project to melt boundaries around the world, and who had consisted of 2 generations of VTubers, with Aoi Tokimori, Iku Hoshifuri, and Mino Ibuki making up for the first generation, with this English-speaking trio of talents residing in Japan, and Kamishiro Rita and Araka Ludo creating Generation 2 and residing outside of Japan, with Rita seen here promising a collab between all 5 of the members, with a cover release between them all expected to be released on June 19th at 6 p.m. Pacific and 9 p.m. Eastern. As we now turn to IdleCon, a free virtual Discord convention held this past weekend, with both Rita and Ludo as guests of honor, as the two held, quote, mini live performances for this online convention, and also holding a Get to Know PRISM Project panel for IdleCon as well, as PRISM Project is now also growing even further, giving us 4 different teaser images and saying East and West converge, as PRISM Project has now released their 3rd generation roster. Starting in the East, we have Shiki Miyashino, who initially gave us this voice tease. And then, in celebration of 300 followers on Twitter, gave us this silhouetted cover of One Last Kiss, as Shiki's full unveiling read, "Hello everyone, I'm your resident Inogami, Shiki Miyashino of PRISM Project 3rd Generation. It's really such a treat to meet you all. I'm rolling over in excitement already," with Shiki then giving enormous thanks to her character illustrator She at Roll She, then dropping on us a smug JoJo reference, and then falling asleep before day debut. A truly hard-working dog. Next up, we have Nia Suzune, also of the East Gen 3, giving us this reveal of Hello Every Nyan, Shrine Maiden in Training Nekomata Neo Suzune here. I'm so happy to be a part of PRISM Project Generation 3. Thank you to Perilla for making me so cute. Looking forward to all the catnip. And further confirming, for those of you calling me a fox, take a look at these tails. Later asking where to catnip at, and then making a rookie mistake by self-doxing with this face reveal, which now brings us to Gen 3 West member Iora Rikado, stating you will fall head over heels for me. If flat is justice, I am the criminal, and boobas are coming, as Iora revealed themselves to be a Dolahan who's after your hearts, not your heads, and saying thank you Yaman Mama for giving me good genetics, and I hope we can make lots of memories together, and then asking us to look at their Zetai Ryoki, absolute territory. It's a thing, look it up. As we now lastly come to the final Generation 3 and West member, Pina Penguin, asking does anyone need a healer, and coming to us with this reveal, Harpy Penguin and a white mage, Pina Penguin, here to heal and bring happiness to you. Thank you to my amazing mama Reno Tuna for bringing me to life. I came from a cold place, but I want to warm your hearts. As Pina has also shown off her drawing and illustrative skills, giving us this time lapse of Gen 2 member Rita, with Gen 1 member Iku saying if you follow all of them, you get a special donut from me. And my first impression of Gen 3, they're all so cute. And Gen 2 member Araka saying I can't believe this. I have 4 kawaii kohais now. Everyone, you better treat them well or I bash you. As lastly, Comfy Prism World at Prism Cord, a fully community-driven fan Discord to support Prism Project talents, presented this warm welcome message from the Discord gang to the new Generation 3, dropping on them that early love and support before debut, as we now await the debut dates to drop for these 4 members, and further expanding out the English-speaking VTuber group scene. We now turn to Hololive's Tokuyami Towa, Hololive Generation 4's Devil, who on June 6th surpassed 666,000 YouTube subscribers, and is currently part of the 3rd volume of VTuber Potato Chips. Yeah, that's a real thing, as well as a crossover tie-in with Capcom for some Crane game goodies, and received some custom legs from Kimium, with Toa replying, I use it, as this talent proved their devilish manner by putting up those legs onto the table, and not just once, but a second way with entirely different legs and a BB hat. How devilish. As Toa also received this very fine artwork from Mr. Lime at Mr. Snake628, who for some reason has this other alternate Twitter account of I have send 628, and posting this perfectly normal artwork of Toa, who seems to have some kind of marking on their lower stomach, which looks very similar to the marking that Vebe has, which Vei has called a womb tattoo. Huh, I guess I'll have to look up what that means later. And in other Toa news, her team recently ranked 14th in a Nijisanji hosted Apex Legends tournament, leading us now to fellow Hololive member Natsuiro Matsuri, whose team ranked 1st in the tournament, with Matsuri playing alongside Apex player Yukio, as well as Nijisanji member and host of the tournament, Chihiro Yuki, as Matsuri has now also reached master rank in Apex, later receiving congratulations from popular VTuber and Apex player Shibuya Hal. And more artwork has also arrived for Matsuri, surpassing 1 million YouTube subscribers, such as this bouquet piece from Gomi Nami, saying congratulations to Matsuri, as this talent had hit this milestone on the day of their 3rd anniversary, with further congratulations coming from programmer Liger, who had created this fan game Matsurisu Panic with art and design provided by Motif Yomi, music and sound effects as provided by Seiyu at Seiyuzik, and level and shop music courtesy of Lock P Melissa. And you can catch this squirrel catching action on itch.io. Lastly, we now come to Rasai Rui, Virtual Slug, and Sea Bunny, coming to us with Comfy Rui appears at your window to play Nintendo Switch, and she's brought Creamy Crab Cup Noodle for you. And yes, of course we would let her in, as we now celebrate that Rui has finally got a job job and has received this fantastic artwork from Risu at Risu1 saying, "I've captured the sea bunny," as Rui also came to us with "Tried my hand at my first hashtag VTuber assets. Time for free gaming chairs since we all know VTubers are true gamers. Comes in 5 pastel colors and can be customized for $5 to $20. And remember, gaming chairs give you 5 more frames per second." As Rui leaves us with this, "I want to eat candles. They smell so good. Why must they taste so bad?" And we now have results from our latest community poll with 6,500 of you voting. Have you been enjoying this year's E3? With 18% saying yes, 20% saying no, and 62% saying haven't watched or paid attention. And that is all for this episode. Once again, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe below. We now have memberships open and we'll have more Things VTubers Say for you soon.